Hey, what's up, everyone? This is your gal for all seasons, the Coop, with the inaugural Holy Sheepshit and Balls video cast. Let's get a round of applause, please. Okay, get that out of your system. And actually, I'm trying to do this on a weekly basis, but since this is my first one and I've blown it off for a few days, I have a few sort of minor, sort of major for me announcements that qualify for the Holy Sheepshit and Balls moment of the week, but it's more like a week and a half, actually 2 weeks at this point, so bear with me. The first Holy Sheepshit and Balls moment is something very personal. My podcast, the Kult of Mets Personalities, featuring the writers of Kinder'sCorner.com, had a groundbreaking interview with Baseball Hall of Famer and former 1969 Met, Nolan Ryan. And it was only about 15 minutes, but I swear that I was acting like Garth Algar when he met Alice Cooper backstage in Wayne's World. And it was definitely a defining moment for our show and for our team. So major applause for everyone involved and for Nick Kalidas for having me in to get us that interview. If you would like to listen to it, please visit Kinder'sCorner.com and look at our archives for the Nolan Ryan, and you get the added bonus of our interview with Chris Benson. And we're probably the first podcast or interview he's ever had that didn't mention his wife Anna once. The next Holy Sheepshit and Balls moment happens to be from my being a Jets fan. Now, unless you're living under a rock, you know that Tim Tebow is the backup quarterback for the New York Jets. And there's a ton of fanfare behind it. There was a huge press conference today, although he's only a backup. Get that right. He's only a backup. And I believe Rex Ryan didn't show up and a few others didn't. There are so many storylines that I could go with this, but I'm just going to say Holy Sheepshit and Balls. I don't think he would like me saying that, but I don't really care. Let me show you an example of some of the oversaturated media with Tebow today. He's on the cover of Metro, which is a free rag that you get outside of the trains every morning. And what I find kind of funny is everybody knows Tebow is this really super spiritual and religious guy. And he really does wear his heart on his sleeve. And I have to say that I kind of admire him for that. I don't subscribe to his religious beliefs, but I believe wholeheartedly in to each their own. However, this is, the most white bread guy. And as an aside, the Carnegie Deli has made a sandwich that's not on their signature rye bread with white bread called the Jet Bow, which, I don't know, I guess that's kind of funny and kind of cool. But for a backup quarterback, okay, let's get that straight. It's a backup quarterback that they're really celebrating. And I find that the fanfare is just a little sickening. And, here we have this guy who is just probably the most innocent and wide-eyed guy coming to New York City. And one of the things that they mention in the article here is about how, he'll give New York a cleaner image. Yeah, no, I can't really say that I like that. I grew up in an era when Ed Koch was cleaning up the New York that Abe Beam left behind. Let me tell you something. There was something really inherently charming about dirty New York. And I don't really think it needs any cleaning up. I think it's perfect the way it is. And do we really need Tim Tebow to give the idea that, New York is this clean, wholesome town? No, it's dirty and it's dingy and you should like it anyway, even though Midtown is Disney-ified. That said, I have to say I'm not buying into the hype simply because I don't really know how he's going to fit into this team. The Jets had very high expectations last season, and they fell incredibly short. And Tim Tebow solves none of the problems that they had. And I think what's interesting is that Mark Sanchez, and I'm a Sanchez girl, I make no bones about it, I support him, I believe that he is my starting quarterback. I like that he's taking the high road with this. He believes that Tebow can make the team better. I don't play on the team, so I can't really attest to how the locker room is responding to him on the team, but let's be fair. Tim Tebow was brought to New York, to the Jets, to sell jerseys and as a marketing ploy. And, you know, again, Tebow is his own media mogul, let's face it. Simply kneeling down and praying at his games has inspired the Tebowing effect, and whatever. I think it's funny. I don't get it, but you know, he definitely comes with his own brand of fans. My only concern is when Sanchez starts stinking up, or if he does start stinking up, that the demand for Tebow to start is going to surpass whether the team is doing well. It can serve as a distraction. But you know, holy sheep shit and balls. That is, Tim Tebow is a Jet, and he's here. And you know, let's JETS, Jets, WTF. You can follow me on Twitter at Coops22, COOPZ22. And you can find my other thoughts and ruminations on my sports teams, Mets, Jets, and Rangers at galforallseasons.com. Thanks for listening. Take care.